Hey everybody, been a while since I've done one of these. So I thought I'd give a little update on kind of what's going on now since my phalloplasty, which it'll be a year next month. So yeah, overall, after actually healing and getting done with it, everything was going fine. I did notice after going to physical therapy that, I had tightness on my graft in my area on my hand. So I went to therapy for 3 months, and before I'd even had my phalloplasty, I actually had carpal tunnel on this hand as well as this one. So I kind of thought, well, I'm going to still have a little bit of issues, obviously, because I'm dealing with, two different surgeries. Come to find out when I started getting mobile again and using my hand and going back and forth that it's actually gotten worse. So I was always told that feeling in my thumb and over here, it's kind of a you never know. I have the tingly, which is great, but obviously no feeling in here, none whatsoever. I can smack this thing and never even know I've done it, which unfortunately is kind of a bad thing. But the problem is my hand swells to the point where it's unfunctional. And even if I do work for maybe, let's say I weed eat the yard for, I don't know, 20 minutes, my hand looks like I've just eaten 1,000 bags of chips and sodium, and it's just huge. So it's kind of become an issue. I can't make a fist for very long. My tingling's actually all back in my fingers. So it's become very frustrating. And the last thing I want to do is I was always on gabapentin for my nerve issues after surgery, and I myself don't want to be on medication my whole life. That's just me. I'd love for it to be fixed, but the problem is, like, even to do, push-ups is becoming a problem. I can't do things that I normally would do, and I'm past that point to where I should be able to. So I contacted my surgeon, Dr. Santucci, and we are actually going to look at surgical options. I have a virtual call on June 23rd, kind of figure out what could be the next step with Crane and him, because like they said, after 11 months, I shouldn't be having that kind of a problem. And I've done the compression, I've done the sleeves and everything, and nothing's helping. So yeah, that's just one of the things. It's not always the phalo itself that ends up being a problem. It's the graft. I don't know if maybe it's too far up. I have no idea. All I know is I've rubbed my scars. I mean, my scars are going down, which is great, and they've definitely improved in the year. But it's still, yeah, it's kind of a but. So these are just one of those little things that keep in mind when you have this surgery, that things like this can happen. And even a year later, it's like, oh, there it is, and it hasn't healed. We were hoping it would. The last thing I want to do is have another surgery, like at all. I have no want to have another surgery. I kind of figured I was done at this point because, everything's working out fine. I don't have any fistulas, no problems, no leaking. Everything's working. I'm a happy camper, other than my hand. And the problem is it's affecting work. Which obviously I can't have. I mean, I still have to work and I still have to function and do normal things, and I can't do that. And it's really you forget how much it really bothers you. It's sad that I have become a little oblivious to certain pains with it, but to the point now that I can't actually work in my yard for more than 15 minutes. That's a problem, and it worries me when I can't do things. So this is where we're at. So I thought I'd give a little update, and I'll let you guys know what happens. Who knows? Might have another surgery coming up. Which then again, that kind of the whole thought of having a surgery after all this COVID and everything going on, and I'm considered a touch of high risk due to my heart attack and high blood pressure and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, there's that added bonus. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reply to the video or look on my Instagram. More the question, I've had a lot of people ask me a lot of questions about it, which I don't mind. I want to be a resource, that's great, but also you need to do some research as well, because everybody's different and everybody heals different, everybody has different outcomes, and everybody has different wants and needs. It's not necessarily what what you have. I mean, I can give you a generalized kind of what went on, but again, be respectful at the same time. It's not a show and tell. I guess that's the nice way to put it. It's best just to say, hey, you know, what kind of issues did you have? What should I be thinking about? What kind of pain level? That, not a problem. But when you start asking for private pics, come on, guys, let's not do that. It's not me. Other people want to. Hey, go right ahead. But I'm not that guy. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well during the pandemic and taking care of yourselves and your loved ones. And yeah, see you guys later.